What's up, everybody? This is Red Racer 1985 here on the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. And it's that time again. It's time for NNSCRA IROC Series Season number 2. Coming, or I should say, it's nearing, I should say, for Season 2, I should say, because we haven't not yet got done as we're not yet done for season 7 of the NNSCRA Duracell Cup Series. But we do have the 12 drivers lined up, 12 driver roster, as you see right there on the screen here, as I'm showing to you. And also the last race of the season 1 of NNSCRA IROC Series has not yet been put up. That would be the last race of the tour at Watkins Glen. That will be coming up in about late this month or 1st of August, whichever one. But as soon as Seth's season finale at Michigan gets done, I'll be adding the names to the IROC cards that have been pre-made and what have you. And this season will be running, this season on, I should say, will be running the Z28 Camaro IROC mod for next season. And so we'll explain. So in this video right here, I'll explain to you what's what, rules wise, and everything for the series. I should say, to give you a little bit more acquainted to the IROC series of what my IROC series is. As you all know, as I mentioned, this is the 12 driver series, of course, in the top 12 in the IROC series for NNSCRA Duracell Cup. Well, the NNSCRA IROC series, I should say. So if I can talk, that'd be dangerous. But the NNSCRA IROC series is a 12 driver series here, and consisting of the 12 drivers from the NNSCRA Duracell Cup Series points, the top 12 drivers from the previous season, I should say, in NNSCRA Duracell Cup Series points, are all to compete for the next season in NNSCRA IROC here, unless yours truly here finishes in the top 12 in the points, and then it does not. Then it goes to the third. Then the 12th place, then the 12th driver of the series goes to the driver who finishes 13th in the points. Now, some of you may be saying, Qualls, why do you do that to yourself and everything? You deserve to be in the top 12. You deserve to be in the series if you're in the top 12. If that's the case, well, yes. But if I finish in the top 12, somebody else is going to have to do the series because, as some people probably already know, I have a policy that I've stuck with since the very first day I've done in a series. I've done in our offline back in 2011. And that being, I do not put myself in any series I run. So that is why that if I finish in the top 12 in the NNSCRA Duracell Cup Series points, then the driver who finishes 13th in the series from the last season will be the 12th driver in. So I feel that's kind of a fair way to do it. And so that being said here, and you see the 12 drivers right there that will be competing in season 2 next season. Reese Banks, Keith Batson, Connor Breton, Ryan Butcher, Rob Evans, Casey Hoyt, Austin LaPlante, Dylan Poteet, Matthew Rodriguez, Zach Rogers, Jessica Shelton, and Jesse Turner. And some of these drivers I've had many seasons in my Castrol GTX Cup Series. Series, especially with guys names like Keith Batson, Dylan Poteet, Zach Rogers, Jesse Turner, and Jessica Shelton. And of course drivers like Ryan Butcher, Rob Evans, and I think I think Austin LaPlante. I think I've had him before. Ryan Butcher, drivers like Ryan Butcher, Rob Evans, and Austin LaPlante I've had in there before, and same with Connor Breton. I've had him in there as well too. So, so we got a solid roster here for sure in the series as well too, and also the season 2 schedule. As you see right there, I'll get to that here in a second. But to give you a little more acquainted to the IROC series, here's how I do the lineups for the series here. Now, so listen carefully on this. The only time that car number 1 will start from the pole position will be in the very first race of the season, which will be at Daytona International Speedway. And so that's the only time you'll see the driver. Car number 1 starts pole position. That goes to the driver who finishes number 1 in the points last season. Number 2 and then car number 2 goes to the driver who finishes 2nd in the points, and so on and so forth down to the 12th place driver who gets car number 12. And so in the lineup for Daytona will be in order by car number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on and so forth down the line. And so in the rest, but in the last 3 races of the season, it'll be backwards reverse here. It'll be car number 12 starting from the pole and car number 1 starting shotgun. All the way down to car number 1 starting shotgun in the field. That'll be from race 2 at Talladega on down to the finale at Michigan Speedway, which will be run in conjunction with Seth's Duracell Cup Series finale next season for season 8 of Duracell Cup Series here. In fact, three of the tracks will be used during the Duracell Cup Series, because as you know, Seth told me that he will not be doing Talladega, and that is stop number 2 of the NNSCRA IROC Series, I should say. So that would be a standalone race. Probably during an off weekend or something like that, maybe. I could probably do that. So, but yeah, the lineup for Daytona will be car number 1 starts P1. That goes to the cups. That goes to the defending Duracell Cup Series champion, and on down to the 12th place driver in the points, who starts in last place in the race. So as going by the top 12 in the points in order for Daytona. Race 2 at Talladega and race 3 at Watkins Glen, the road course for race number 3, will be lined up by reverse order of the finishing positions from the previous race. So race 2 at the lineup for race 2 at Talladega will be in reverse order of the finishing position at Daytona. So if you finish last at Daytona in the race, well, you get a bit of a break. You start from the pole at Talladega, and if you win at Daytona, well, that's all well and good. Obviously, you get a bit of a penalty. You start last at Talladega. So, but Talladega, well, as you all know, that track's a crapshoot. Anything can happen at Talladega, obviously. So that's not really all that bad of a deal. But race number 3 on the road course at Watkins Glen. Well, if you see my Watkins Glen races, well, you know, almost nothing can happen. And I think Seth's Watkins Glen races are actually a little bit more exciting than mine, to be honest. But what? Race number 3 at Watkins Glen. The lineup for that race will be in reverse order the finishing order at Talladega Superspeedway. So if you finish last at Talladega, you start from the pole at Watkins Glen, and if you win at Talladega, you start last shotgun at Watkins Glen. So that's the deal for that race right there. And for the 4th and final round at Michigan Speedway in Brooklyn, Michigan, the 2-mile D-shaped racetrack, which of course, as you know, holds the finale for the Duracell Cup Series for the next season as well too. Then the lineup for that race will be by points position, but here again in reverse. Car 12th place driver starts pole, and the points leader starts shotgun in the field. So there you have it with that at Michigan. So, and as far as points are concerned, well, I'll be doing the points by myself. Then I'll still be using Score for the references as far as who all led during the race, I should say. So here's how the points comes out, and again, it's the 12-1 deal. First place gets 12 points, second place gets 11 points, third place gets 10 points, and so on and so forth down to the last place finisher, who gets only 1 point. Speaking of 1 point, that's how many points you get for leading a lap, at least for a driver who leads a lap during the race, at least a lap, and then you get one additional point is awarded to the driver who leads the most laps, and that's how the points are awarded, and we tally it all up to, of course, who will be the season champion for the NNSCRA Duracell Cup Series, for the NNSCRA IROC Series, I should say, for the season. So that's the explanation for the NNSCRA IROC Series here, and again, if you made the season 2 roster, congratulations, and of course the season 2 roster is again the drivers who will finish in the top 12 in the Duracell Cup Series from the previous season, and which has already been done. In fact, I was at Bristol, Tennessee for the NHRA Thunder Valley Nationals when I saw the race at the hotel after eliminations happened, and that's how I got. So I took a screenshot on my phone and got the 12 drivers for the season. So if you're in the 12 drivers in the NNSCRA IROC Series, congratulations for being in the roster this season. So can't wait to get the season started here. And of course, the season will start, and I should say the names will be added to the cards that have been pre-made all for the season. The names will be added after the finale at Michigan, and the points have been rewarded, and the final point standings have been put up. So, and again, points will be distributed at the end of each video, and at the end of each race I do, I should say, at the end of each race I do, as always, for the season. So yeah, I know some of you may be also saying too there, I thought you retired from doing offline series quals. Not really. I've been taking a break from doing offline racing. And I do have a bit of an announcement, by the way, too, on the NNSCRA Discord, on my side of the NNSCRA Discord for an offline series, so keep your eyes peeled for that. So, that being said, this is Webmaster 1985, and again, IROC Series will be coming up a little bit, I think sometime next month. Right, next month. The first race of the season will be done during NNSCRA Speed Week, the Duracell Cup Series Speed Weeks at Daytona, leading up to the Duracell Cup Series Daytona 500. So, this is Webmaster 1985, and I will catch you on the flip side.